Hello and welcome back to the Grand Gaels. So we are once again a new character, but this time it is slightly different. Instead of inheriting all of our land in our 30s, we're inheriting it when we're a 9-year-old, which is very interesting because it gives us a lot of time with this one particular character. Now, this character has some very good genetic traits. We've got Hale and we've got Handsome, which are both fantastic. This gives us diplomacy, fertility, and attraction opinion, which is all fantastic. And then this one also gives us attraction opinion with prowess and health. Just great stuff. And we also know 2 languages. We know Gaelic, which is the one that everyone up to this point has known. But we also know Anglic, which is cool. So now we have 2 languages. Doesn't matter too much. Not really, but you know, it's cool that we have it. In terms of other stuff, we can immediately disband our troops as we are no longer in the Norway War. So let's get rid of all of them. So now they just go back into our troop pile and... yeah, I was going to say we need to wait for it to reinforce up to the full number, but that is the full number there, 3,254, so yeah, not a ton of troops. We might want to work on that a little bit if we get any factions rising up against us, but right now, there's nothing too bad happening. Now, I think what we should do is we should fill up our council, then have a look at our vassals and see what we can do there. Then probably look at our education, and then start working out where we want to expand into. I think that's our plan. So, let's start with our council. Council-wise, we have nobody here. What is our most important position? I think, because we basically just want to be at peace for about 7 years, Chancellor is a fairly important position. This guy is terrible at everything. He's only good at being our Chancellor. And we don't appear to have anybody else who's a powerful vassal who is good at being a Chancellor. Okay, well, he can take that role. And now he's also going to go on domestic affairs just to increase people's opinion of us. Next up, Marshal for, you know, troop numbers. Lothian again, powerful vassal, not good at anything else. Seems like a good choice. And do we want him to be increasing county control in Inverness? I don't believe we control Inverness anymore. No, we don't. So, are the rest of ours at 100 control? St. Johnston isn't, so let's start increasing control there instead, just so that we're actually improving our territory rather than, you know, somebody else's. Right, back to our council. Spymaster or steward? I want to make sure our spymaster is somebody who likes us. Probably our aunt actually seems like a good option there. Let me just go by... Yeah, so she seems like the best option. She likes us, she'll like us more when we put her on the council. There we go. She will do. And we're going to get her to, instead of support schemes, disrupt schemes, because we don't want anybody killing us. And then steward. You're the best at the job. You're a powerful vassal. You can have it. There you go. Cool. And then you're going to try and make us money. And I think that's all we really need to do there. Let's have a look at our education and see what we're doing with that. So we're currently going for a diplomacy education. Makes sense because our diplomacy is 12. What are our options here? Diplomacy or learning. So yeah, definitely on the diplomacy one. Who is our guardian? Our guardian is this dude. He is okay at diplomacy. I would like to check if there's somebody better. Let me see here. If I do remove, I have to remove him, then I can look for somebody else. That's always very annoying. I would like to see if there's a better option. But hey, whatever. I'm going to remove him and we'll just find somebody to educate us. Good diplomacy, and then we're looking for like a intelligence trait usually, like this one, and ideally we want to match it with like a good education, like a diplomacy education. So that guy who we were having educate us did look pretty good. We could try and see whether there's anybody in the world who fits that position. Yeah, let's go for where is it? I thought you could do traits in this one. Maybe not. So let's just go for genius. And choose the trait directly. You're the only genius... Oh, in the world. Let's go for world. I was thinking that was a bit unlikely that she was the only genius that existed. So I'm thinking if we go for someone like this foreign ruler, too far away, and then just keep going down the list and go down one step at a time until we find somebody who we can get to educate us. Although it looks like a lot of these people are just kind of wandering. Yeah, unlanded, visiting courts. It's not really what we're looking for. How about you? Too far away. Okay, that's fine. Keep heading down the list till we get to somebody who's not too far away. I guess I could make them landed. That would probably change it. They have to be landed. Oh, sorry. A ruler? Oh, that's the same thing. And they have to be within our distance. Diplomatic range inside. Okay. Well, that makes it fairly easy. So, genius, not the trait for us. Let's have a look at quick. There we go. Let's go to quick here. And then we're going to say that they have to be a ruler. Okay. And then we just find somebody who fits. Is that sorted by diplomacy? It is. A lot of high diplomacies without the education trait. Okay, how about you? You have an education trait. You are quick. Would you educate us? Offer ward. Us. To you. They'll say yes because educating us is plus 200, which is kind of weird. Yeah, they're just happy to do it. Right. Let's send ourselves over there. Now, I think we will get a negative with our vassals. There's something like educated at foreign court, but that's fine. We want to get a good education trait. So let's go with that. Right, so all of that is clear. What else do we need to do? We can ransom this person. I'll get my 50 gold, sure. That's fine. And then we want to have... Well, we'll probably wait till the end of the month and have a look at our vassals. There we go. Faction to install Princess Letherne. Yeah, so that's fine. We've become their ward. Wait till the end of the month. We do have a court thing to do. Right, how strong is the faction? Faction is not that strong, but it's strong enough. Okay. So, is there anybody we can get out of it? Angus, we can't really get out of it, but he would be a good choice if we could figure a way to get him out. Because he has, what, 35%? The other option is we just increase our military power, and that would also kill the faction slightly. I think that's what we need to do. I'm going to switch you from doing this to, yeah, organizing our levies. Let's try that. Is that the right one? Yes, because I'm looking for the levy size increase. Okay, so let's wait till the end of the month, see how we're doing there. Yep, so end of the month. Somebody got a claim on a Thole. It's just annoying. Right, new month. How are we looking in terms of this faction now? Faction, well, the other faction is only at 138% now. But this one is at 84%. So we can almost kill this one, but not quite. Trying to figure out if there's anybody we can get out. Maybe this guy is an Outer Hebrides. No, this is actually part of the Duchy of the Isles, which we do hold. We could get rid of the Duchy of the Isles, or we could create something, or we could give something to this guy, get rid of somebody. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how we handle this. We could give this guy to Moray. That makes Moray really strong, as in it gives him another bit of land, but it does mean that we don't need to worry about it. I can give my... yeah, you know what? I kind of like that the more I'm thinking about it. Let's give this guy and his land to my uncle. Yes. And he'll only hold the single title. Yep. Perfect. So we'll grant him that vassal. So that should have killed off one of our powerful factions. Yes, so now it's only there's only you in it, which we don't need to worry about. Now, unfortunately, the person that we just gave the land to happens to be the person who holds, like the person who has the claim, which does mean he might join his own faction, but we'll see. We'll see. Right. One other thing I was looking at is why don't you like me? Wants a seat on the council. Fair enough, fair enough. Why do you have minus due to strong kinship? Because house opinion is up, but opinion of liege is down. Oh, okay, so he actually gets a +5 overall. Okay, well that makes sense. Right, you're still on 4 members. Ah, you're actually in that faction. Your marshal is okay. We could maybe switch over there, or your diplomacy. Try and get him on the council. Yeah, that might be our option. Maybe if I put him as our chancellor instead. He does like me already. This person, I think, is a lost cause. And if this guy leaves the faction, we're much happier. Yeah, so now he has 74 opinion of me. And I just gave him a vassal. So he might just leave that faction. And that means that faction loses 56.9%. Which is Not quite enough to stop it entirely, but, you know, will help us out a little bit. Right. Let's have a look at our royal court. Who have we got here? Poor manners. Burp. As a loud belch echoes through the dining hall, all conversation abruptly ceases. My archbishop pats his stomach and grins. Better out than in, my dad always said. Okay, we've had this one before. So, he's a man of God. Let us treat him as such. He gets increased opinion of us. Cool. We have to spend court grandeur for it, but I'm not that worried about that. Archbishop or not, he will learn proper manners. I don't think we're going to do that. Or we can lose court grandeur, lose stress, and this person dislikes me. I think we're just going to lose the court grandeur and get him to like me. Sure, that's the plan. Right, that'll work. Okay. Right, unpause. Just roll on a little bit. A judgment. My guardian spoke to me about the capital sentence that a lowly thief had been given 2 days ago. She wanted to know what I thought of such a harsh penalty for such a small crime. So you can say it was too much, the punishment should match the crime, and that makes us just. The problem with just is that it does hurt our... It hurts our stress quite a lot, because quite a lot of events have a negative stress penalty for just actions, or for unjust actions. Cynical, that's okay, but we don't really want to be intrigued. Like, that's not really our character this time. Or temperate. Health boost, virtuous. This seems good, and it gets a stewardship. We should all be satisfied with what we already have. Cool. That works for us. Now we can wait a little bit. This faction's still going? It is, and he has no sign of leaving it, despite the fact that I think we just got an extra one from, yeah, the temperate virtue. He should leave it, I think. I think he should leave it. We'll see, though. We'll see. It is his faction, so maybe he's less likely to. He likes me at 85. I don't really know what we could do to make him like us more. I could send him a gift. 150 puts him at 100 opinion of us. Let's see if that makes him leave the faction. Okay, keep going. Let's see what happens. Court grandeur is now level 5, so it's dropped a little bit. What is that haircut where it looks like we've got hair on the front and then we're bald at the back? It's a little bit of an odd haircut. Is that show when we zoom in here as well? Let me see here. Throne view. Doesn't look like it shows here. Maybe it's just you're not meant to see that far back. I don't know. Anyway. So what did we lose from losing level 6? Unlocks convinced de jure territory councillor task. Okay. Well, that's fine. We don't need to worry about that then. Right. Claimant demand. The right to rule Alba belongs to Princess Lathurn of Athlone by divine right, and we have gathered the support required to make it so. I will not be threatened. Well, it turns out it did not make him leave the faction. In fact, he is now declared on us. Now, do we have any allies? We have one, Strathern. That's not really going to help us. Are either of our siblings married? No. Okay, well, we could marry off our younger sibling. Let's do that. Anyone... we could get an alliance of the Holy Roman Empire. That seems good. Yeah, why don't you marry this one? Yeah, that seems fantastic. He's impressed by our royal court, so we get a bonus to the marriage as well. Cool. Matrilineal? No. Although he's not that far off. But no, we'll send through the proposal now. Let's see what they say. Well, I should probably raise our troops anyway, just in case. Let's raise our troops. Let's raise them over here just to be safe. Yeah. That'll keep us a little bit safer. We've formed an alliance of the Holy Roman Empire. Hey, guess what? I'm going to call you to war immediately, and it doesn't even cost me prestige because it's a defensive war. Right. Come down here, and we'll work our way over to Galloway. Cool, thinks we're going to win. We've got 7,400 troops from that one. He is currently defending in some other wars that are being declared on him, but that shouldn't matter too much, I think, because I think he'll either win or lose them and then come over and help us. Let's go attack Man here on their island. Should be okay. Call to war. Sure, I'll join your war too. I don't think that's going to matter too much, because we're not going to help you in the slightest. Languages in my family tree. My mother occasionally inserts a word of Iberian vulgar here and there, and I find myself understanding the language better. I'm sure that if I put in the effort, I may become proficient enough to talk to mother in a new way. Sure, I can speak just like Mama. So we get a new language here. Yeah, sure. So we actually know 3 languages. That's not bad. Right. Nice battle win. Gets us 20% war score. And we captured this guy. What are we going to do with that? Oh no, we could ransom him for 100 gold. Or we could just leave him in prison for just now. Yeah, we could leave him. How many troops do they have? They only have 1,000? What happened? Wait. Why aren't you in the war? I thought it was him who pressed it. Well, am I crazy? Was it somebody else who pressed this one? Maybe. Maybe it was. I don't remember it being Angus who was in charge of this one. I thought it was somebody else. Yeah, there were 4 members previously, but only 2 are actually in the faction. That's weird. Well, we'll just siege it. And, yeah, that'll probably be it then. This faction, I'm sure, was stronger. I must be going crazy. Anyway, whatever. Let's make our way up here. Maybe he left it in, like, the same month that it fired, and therefore they still had the strength to fire it, but they wasn't actually in the faction. That could be true. I'm going to put you in here. Yeah, so it deassigned her, and she was in the faction as well. So it deassigned her. Wait a second. Yeah, so it deassigned her from being on my council, but it didn't actually, yeah, make her join the war? That's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah, that is a little bit weird. Okay, well, over here. Budding attraction. We realize we're heterosexual. Okay, cool. Right. Head over this way and siege. 5 months left, and then we also win this one. Then there's going to be another faction against us. Let's not worry too much about it. Right. Do I ransom back as many people as possible? Of course I do. I want all the money from that one. Nobody else can be ransomed back. That's fine. Then we will enforce our demands. Cool. Couple of people imprisoned. That all works out. Now, we could, in theory, revoke Angus, which would be good, because we're able to hold on to it, and it is part of our territory, and he doesn't like us. So, yeah, let's revoke his title. We can do it without needing a particular reason. He gets a pressed claim, he gets a lowered opinion of us, and he's closer to forming a rivalry. Yeah, I'm going to revoke your title. Wonderful. So now we have Angus, once again. We could also just execute him here. Yeah. This seems fine. He's a known criminal. All family members become a little bit annoyed, but hey, there you have it. He's dead. Right. That solves that one. Anybody else here? You're not too happy, I'm guessing, because I executed a family member? No, you actually don't care. It must be family, not dynasty, then. Okay, that's fine. Do you want to join my, like, group? Yeah, let's recruit you. That's fine. How about you? I guess we could recruit you as well. Anyone else? You're probably unhappy that I just executed your husband. Yeah. You're going to become very unhappy in a second, because I'm also just going to execute you, I think. Although your sibling is still my... actually, yeah, your sibling still is my vassal, so never mind. You get to live. I'm going to release you if you renounce your claims. There we go. We'll send her off. This person here we'll just release. That's fine. Scandal, we will recruit. Let's negotiate and recruit here. You... my cousin and the owner of the Isle of Man. We could take his title. We could definitely do that. What's this trait he's got here? Bastard founder. Alright, yeah. We could take that. We can take his holding. And it could help us with succession later. Oh, he's currently considering an offer from us. I see. Helena. I guess I'm just gonna release you. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Wait for the offers to go through. That's fine. Right, now let's see what we can do with this guy. He's still considering an offer from us, apparently. Playtime. I was playing with some other children when a foreign male tried to push me over. Okay, so I become fickle, so we get diplomacy, lord stewardship, intrigue, and hostile scheme resistance. We become forgiving, and then we become friends. Forgiving is another virtuous trait. Nice. We lower our intrigue again, but that's okay. Or wrathful. Let's become forgiving. Let's continue raising up those virtuous traits and continue raising up our diplomacy. You are not betrothed. That's fine. We have a dangerous faction that's going to fire in a month, apparently, which is not ideal, but we'll see what we can do. Apparently both of these people like me, which makes me kind of wonder why they've decided to join this faction. It says we can ransom him. Alright, now these are still grayed out, but we can do things with them. Okay. So we can get 100 gold, or we can revoke it, his title. We could revoke the Duchy of Man. You know what I'm going to do? Because he actually kind of likes me, and I would like the money, I'm going to just ransom him and take 100 gold. Nice. That works for me. Anything else we need to do? You can marry. This is my player heir and sister. She's got some good traits. She's got Amazonian and comely. Let's find somebody who has inheritable traits and is willing to matrilineal marriage. And then ideally we have an alliance power with. Although, I was also just thinking maybe if we can get an alliance with one of my vassals here, this might be a way to do it. Like Lothian. Do you have somebody my sister could marry? You have a 6-year-old? Maybe, yeah. Maybe Alexander could marry my sister? There's arranged marriage between him and my sister matrilineally. You're not going to accept a matrilineal one. Okay. You don't have anybody. Fair enough, fair enough. How about your... Oh, that says husband of somebody. Well, that's not going to work. Okay, right. Back to marrying off our sister. Heir unmarried. Matrilineal. Look for alliance power. And we'll just see who we got. So we could get these two to marry. That gets us Hale being passed down. We can go for Handsome being passed down. And these two could marry. As in this person. He's 15, which is a better age. You know what? That seems fine. Yeah. So it gives them a chance of getting Handsome, Comely, and Amazonian passed down. That seems good. Yeah, we'll send that one over. Right. Continue chilling. That's fine. Alliance has been formed. We still are not betrothed, which is okay. We're not too worried about that. They can send an ultimatum at any time, which I have to assume will be very soon. I'm going to disband our troops as well if we can. Yes. Just to raise our troop counter. Slightly. Oh, it wasn't quite enough, but I was hoping that would put us under the line. It did not. But we're close. We're close. Okay. Oh, our banner has low durability. Reforge or repair. By low, you mean we've got 21 years left on it. I can pay 38 to repair it. Well, if we've got 21 years, I'm not really that worried about it, to be honest. Hybrid culture formed. So the Alano-Cuman culture, which is over here. Okay, well, yeah, that appears to be a generated one rather than one that's standardly generated. As in, it's one that is dynamically generated. That's the word I was looking for. Send the marriage through. Nice. Let's have a look at how this is going. We're 85%. Spy Master has left her position and your court as a result of her marriage to a landed spouse. Alright, so our aunt is married now to this person and they left. Okay, or that person is now landed. Either one. I could put this guy on my council. He's okay. Plus 40 opinion actually makes him like us a reasonable amount. Awesome. Right, so we now have 4,000 troops. That number is very close. There's a heresy. We're not going to follow it. Need just a few more troops. Let me see. Can we raise one of these, as in like, raise the size of one of these armies? Yeah. So let's just raise that one to 400 because that looks nice. And then maybe raise this one all the way to the max size. Yeah. Maybe that'll be just enough troops to make it so that the faction doesn't fire. It is. Perfect. Right, now that faction isn't dangerous, I think it's a good point to end the episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.